Hi everyone, quick video here, another one of my small short videos. Just wanted to talk about a couple of things, really around buying businesses and acquisitions again. It's been a hot topic of late. I've been spending a lot of time on Clubhouse, that amazing social media app, talking about this, running rooms on it and having literally hundreds of people come in. So I just want to do a little bit of buying businesses 101, just so people can understand what it is and what it isn't. First thing I want to demystify here is you can absolutely buy businesses using other people's money. But it's not to say that you can buy businesses very easily with no money down. There are a lot of people out there right now saying, buy businesses, no money down. They're trying to sell programs on this stuff. And the reality is you can absolutely buy a business using a little bit of your own capital. You can buy businesses where the whole deal is funded by the seller. It's called seller financing. So you can get 100% seller financing deals, but they're not as easy to find as maybe some people would expect when you see all the ads going out there with people trying to sell programs, as I said, around it. The reality of it is, if you do find one of those deals, you still have to pay some fees. You still have to pay some legal fees or some due diligence around the financials. You have to have experts come in and help you. But those sums of monies are in the sort of tens of thousands versus the hundreds of thousands or millions that can be the expectation when you're thinking about buying a business and the possible capital outlay. So I just want to kind of demystify that and just be super clear on it. And I do run programs on this stuff on buying businesses, but I teach it as broadly as I possibly can and as honestly as I possibly can to make sure that people know exactly what they're doing. It is possible to buy businesses for £1, but they are effectively or can be very distressed businesses, and quite often you're inheriting a lot of problems. The best deals to find, as far as I'm concerned, are ones that are balanced. So you'll get a percentage of seller financing. Sort of, I look for deals that are about 50% seller financing. You may then be able to leverage some of the assets in the business you're going to buy and get finance against that. That's called asset financing. And then there's a small component where you may need to put in your own money. If you're in the US, you can use things like SBA loans to help you. And there are other instruments in the UK and worldwide to assist. So the reality of it is, you can buy a very good, profitable business with a bit of your own money. But when you see that these businesses are worth 1, 2, 3 million, don't expect that you have to turn up on day one and sign that sort of check. I don't know any deals, even some of the bigger ones I did in my private equity, where that is the case, where you have to give all of that consideration in one go. So let me finish today by saying, how do you get into this? Well, go out there and have a look at the programs. You will need to get some training on this. I run them, as I said, but there are others out there that are awesome as well. And there are also ones out there that aren't as good. You definitely need to be able to go out there and actually get some education, some knowledge. I've absolutely done that myself, even though my background is in private equity and I've done deals for years, if not decades. There's always something new you can learn. The second piece is you've got to build a machine around this. The expectation that you're just going to find one business and get the deal done, it does happen, but you often have to have 20 to 30 deals in process at any one time. And the key to that is not being emotional. So it's a little bit like buying a house. You might walk into a house you want to buy and you fall in love with it. Same thing happens with businesses. My strong suggestion is you don't do that. Be as objective as possible. Follow a system for sourcing these deals, qualifying the financials, and if anything doesn't feel right, then you should walk away and move on to the next one. And having quite a robust pipeline will help you do that. And in terms of where do you find these deals? Well, one of the places that I think is not the best is going to brokers. A lot of people go to brokers where someone has already said that their business is for sale and then they've had an intermediary get involved. Nothing wrong with brokers, but one of the easiest places to find deals which are off market, in other words, they're not up for sale yet, is wealth managers, accountants, and lawyers. Because quite often a business owner, when they want to sell their business, particularly when they're reaching retirement age or something like that, the first people that they speak to are the ones that are closest to them from a financial perspective. So I found a number of deals through local accountants. I've built a relationship with them. They've said that someone has had a conversation with them that wants to sell their business, and then they've made that introduction. And because you're not getting in the complexities of valuations from brokers and other people involved and having to go into bidding wars, I find it's a much smoother process, a much more streamlined process, and could be a decent tip if you want to get into this journey. So there we have it, a little bit of buying businesses 101, a bit of my, again, perspectives about what this world looks like. Absolutely do I think it should be a strategy, whether you're an existing business or a business owner or not, because it's one of the quickest ways to create value.